What's good, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Winning Picks Weekly. As always, my name is John Meleka, co-host of Knicks, Jets, etc. We got Greg, the video producer for Knicks, Jets, etc., and co-host of this show. What up, Greg?
What's going on? Ready for another week of
And
gambling?
yeah, and as always, we have our boy Chip Murphy 7. What up, Chip? Knicks fan TV writer. What's good, man?
What's up, man? How you doing? Happy to be back on.
How'd you do on the Rocket Mortgage last weekend, man?
Oh, complete over, I think. Complete over.
That happens.
Brutal. I'm way overdue for some wins right now, and I'm watching right up until the last round, and I said to my dad, because Tony Finau won the second tournament in a row. I said to my dad, like, he was the favorite to win this tournament. The favorite in a golf tournament never wins, by the way. Like, never wins. And I said to my dad, like, there's no way he wins two in a row. And he's red hot. Now he's just red hot. He's the hottest golfer in the world, Tony Finau. Like, and I took Cantley to win, like, live after, I think, the second round at, like, plus 2,600. And I thought I was the smartest guy ever because Patrick Cantley's, like, a top 10 golfer in the world. And I got him at plus 2,600. And then he made a huge move. I think he came in like third or something. But yeah, those guys were like ripping the course apart. I think Finau shot like 23 under or something crazy like that. It was really insane golf. But yeah, Tony Finau's, somebody tweeted out, wow, instead of like joking on the happy learned how to putt, it was like Tony learned how to win. Now, like people are saying Tony Finau, watch out for him next year with the majors because he's always had the talent. But if he starts to put it together, he's a dangerous player, man.
Speaking of thinking of the smartest guy in the room, I got a live bet going with the Yankees down 6-3 since we're live here. Winning Picks Weekly on the Knicks, Jets, etc. YouTube. I got the Yankees money line, the Mets plus 1.5, the Cardinals money line, and they're up 2-0 out here in the fifth. And then the Astros minus 1.5, they're up 1-0 in the fourth. And that's plus 1,800. Trying to make up for yesterday. Yesterday, I put it in through I showed it on the account. Had a ridiculous, like 17-leg parlay. All the Mets ones hit, including the home run for Alonso. The Yankees ones were all good, all set up, except for Benintendi, who is starting to get on my hot seat, man. Like today, he can't get a hit.
Already?
Yes.
Lose a guy 17-leg parlay, he's going to be right there
yeah,
on the hot seat.
That's true.
Thank God the Astros lost because I had the Astros in there with the money line. Thank God they lost because I really would have been on a big vendetta here against Benintendi. But today he's been looking bad, and everything I'm listening to, right? They're still recapping all of the Yankees moves at the deadline, and they still include Benintendi in there. Like, oh, contact hitter, like he's gonna get on base, and I'm just like, when? But anyway, I digress on that. But Greg, you're our big baseball guy. MLB Trade Deadline just happened. What are your thoughts on the movements? Do they affect any of your bets for the futures? And how are your dailies looking?
Dailies have been cold. Did okay the last 2 days, which is nice, but I don't know. I have this weird thing going on where if I tweet the games, they lose. If I don't tweet the games, they do great. So, like last night, I didn't tweet out the Dodgers. Dodgers killed the Giants. Every player I bet on just hit a double, which is usually like Mookie Betts. This is my guy for 2, Freeman. So, kind of sucks that I can't seem to get the ones that I'm tweeting out actually hitting. So, have some bets going out right now. Have the Yankees live. Have the Yankees before the game.
Rizzo.
-4.5. Rizzo just got a homer. Let's go. We need it. We need it,
Did
boys. So, yeah. I mean, the good thing is like I'm trying to step up the winning P Weekly Twitter handle. That's where I've been tweeting everything out. John, you've been tweeting some stuff out there. Chip, we've been retweeting anything you got. So it's been good. And really just gearing up for football season. So bets that I have that got changed by the deadline this weekend, I saw on Reddit. I don't know if you guys saw the Cardinals owner shaking hands with the Washington National owner in a box somewhere. Everyone was celebrating, so I put a bet on the Cardinals to win the World Series because I
So
thought they
did
might
I.
be getting Soto.
I-
I bet the Padres plus 1,800 because they might be getting Soto. They were the front runners the whole time, and I figured with Soto coming back, and I was listening to Move the Sticks podcast with JD, and he's a Padres guy, so he was talking about if they get Soto and they get Fernando Tatis back, you got two MVP caliber players coming into your lineup. So that made me jump on it. I got it at plus 1,800. I think it's down to like 1,100 today. So I also
They're gonna be
already
paying $1 billion for Machado, Tatis, and Juan Soto.
Yeah,
Dude.
seriously, who owns the Padres?
I don't think they're going to be able to sign Soto. So you just have him for 2 years,
The
2.5 years. Which is fine. I mean, especially if you win one, they're a weird team too, where they're spending a ton of money. They're getting these high caliber players, but they haven't done anything in the playoffs. So they have to win something if it's going to mean anything.
Oh, they have to win this year, don't you think? Like if they don't win the World Series this year,
I think if they
it
get,
kind of a failure.
I
They
think-
have to at least get there.
I was going to say, even if they win if they lose a close series in NL Championship, it's the farthest that they've gone, maybe ever. I don't think that they won a championship.
Didn't they go
Padres.
once? I thought they went once.
Maybe. I can't remember now, but I think anytime if you get to the game before the Super Bowl and you lose and it's close, if you get absolutely mollywopped, then no, it doesn't really count. But if you could have been in there and winning it, I mean, I think that's okay. It's something to build on, especially because you have 2 more years. If they only had 1 year with Soto or a year and a half, then it was like, yeah, you have to win now. So
Is that out? Is that out? Let's go! Donaldson with the 2-run home run.
we need hits.
Well, the
We need
Cosmos are on
runs.
first.
What's the
All
score
right.
right now, John? Give me a score update.
It's tied at 6.
Yo, the 10th home run of the year for Josh Donaldson. Oh man! Honestly, after that error that he had, that honestly gave up a run, he's kind of made it up, man. He's kind of made it back here. A little redemption. 6-6.
I think I just need like a double from Judge, and I'm set on this Yankees bet.
Do you have a parlay in there for the Yankees today?
Yeah, Yankees minus 1.5. Judge with a double or 2 bases technically, but it's getting close to the end. Rizzo with the hit and IKF with the hit. Was that? Then I have the Yankees live plus 380. I have Lindor and Nimmo to get 2 bases. Lindor hit a home run, so I just need Nimmo to get 2 bases at plus 280. Then I had the Mets, Yankees, and Dodgers parlay plus 25.
Oh, the
25.
Mets right now, man. What's going on with your Mets right now? We got the Yankees making moves here since we started this live. we
Mets
put
just gave
in
up another
The
home run.
live. Yeah, it's 5-1 here with your boy DeGrom. How did DeGrom look in his first pitching? I feel like in 2
Immaculate.
years. All right.
Immaculate. I mean, he looked great. I mean, he was throwing 99. He was throwing 100. Everything was working, so he looked great. I had the bet too. They had the prop on FanDuel. It was no runs in the first inning and strikeout for DeGrom. That hit, and that was close. The Mets had it loaded in the first, and I thought it was just the Nationals to score, but I think it was any score. So that was very dicey, but that ended up hitting. So, we need the Mets right now. Other than that, though, as far as betting goes, I don't think the deadline changed too much stuff. I think the good teams got better. I think we all knew kind of around the All-Star break what the good teams were. The Braves made move, the Astros made move, the Dodgers made moves.
Dude, let's stop right there. I have to put my big boy pants on and take the Astros just in case here, because getting Christian Vasquez is a pretty big deal, man. And they got Trey Mancini. They mean business. We are destined for a Yankees Astros ALCS. So if you have one of them, of course we have the Yankees everywhere. So at least I might as well just take the Astros from now as a just in case by itself. Just let it linger somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
two months ago or so.
I will
took
just
the
have
Astros
zero
and Dodgers.
excitement. I'll just have zero excitement over that. Like
Yeah.
I won't
yeah,
be
no,
able
it
to
won't even look
enjoy
like
it.
it.
money.
It'll just be there.
Yeah,
It'll just be there.
it's
Yeah, I
it'll
know,
just
Greg.
be
I know
money
you had
that's
it. You
there.
had it a while ago, but I just refused to take it. But it's now looking like it's inevitable. I'm kind of upset I cashed out my Braves division bets early when the Mets were killing. I wish I could have that hedge there. However, I still think the Mets are going to win out of the division. What do you think? What are your prospects on the Mets? I just try to not be a fan for 2 seconds. I know DeGrom came back today, so it's tough. But how do you think the Mets are going to end this season?
Yeah, I think it just all relies on the bullpen. Like the reason why I didn't put the Mets run line or anything in my parlay today is because I thought DeGrom was going to pitch 3 innings. It's essentially a bullpen game. That's the weakest part of our game. So we made one trade today. It wasn't anything crazy for a right-hander from the Cubs. The good thing is that in the playoffs, your chances are your starting lineup shrinks. So right now we have like 7, 8 good pitchers. Some of those guys will move to our bullpen and be setup guys in the postseason, but the postseason doesn't matter. We're talking about the regular season. So I'm nervous about them winning the division just because the Braves look good. The Braves made more moves than us, got more players than us. So I don't know. It's tough to repeat. The Braves had a magical season last year. It would be tough to do it again this year, but
And they lost Freeman.
yeah, but they got a bunch of other players, so I'm not sure. I think the Braves could definitely win it. I don't know what the odds are right now on that because they're only a few games back. I'll look it up real quick. But what about you guys in your division? I don't feel like anyone else really in the AL East made a ton of moves. Did Toronto make a ton of moves or
No,
Tampa Bay?
Toronto was. Did they not get Syndergaard? They were trying to get Syndergaard, right?
no, he
He
went to the Phillies.
which is
They were
another
trying
team
to get
making
him.
moves.
They
We were trying to get
Syndergaard.
Pablo Lopez. The Yankees got Pablo Lopez. I'd be spending a lot of money today on features on the Yankees, to be honest with you. That would have really solidified. I don't know what's going on with this Jordan Montgomery. But shout out to Carlos Espinal for getting that major league contract. He got optioned down to AAA. I'm hyped to see him come up for September. That's going to be sick. We got Clark Schmidt. Hopefully comes back, does something. I wonder if Herman is going to be a bullpen guy.
Hopefully.
Sevy
Oh my
said he's
God.
pissed that they put him on the 60-day, and he's kind of ready to go now, but he can't be back till mid-September. I'm okay with that. That's a good scenario for me sitting here. So
Be careful with him. With his history, I would treat him with kid gloves for sure.
that's what the Yankees are doing. He's pissed
Yeah.
about it
Mhm.
because I'm sure now people think he's injured, and he's like, I'm fine. Jose Trevino up to bat right now after again Benintendi just staring at the came back from the 0-2 count, made a decent, made a full count, but just striking out swinging 0 for 3 today. The guy,
He's having a tough start.
yeah,
For sure.
I don't know. Anyway, so just be careful when you try to bet that Benintendi hit. Kind of learned my lesson there. Trevino, he's murdering. He's absolutely murdering on the field, of course. I just for no reason at all decided to look up the catcher from the Minnesota Twins' stats just to compare for no apparent reason at all. Dude, Trevino's having an unbelievable year, especially compared to that guy over there. What a move by Brian Cashman. What a move, man.
Those are where he shows his chops right there. Those are where he makes his money. Moves like that to find Trevino, guys like that. And then who was the guy that I already forgot who'd they trade to the Twins for Donaldson? With Sanchez, they traded someone else.
Oh, Gio,
yeah, him too. When they found him, he was really good for us. Yeah, Urshela.
I love
Yeah,
Gio.
yeah, I liked him too. Like he finds guys like that and Nestor Cortez. Jesus Christ, Nestor Cortez. Like that's who Cashman finds. Like those are the really just out of nowhere
Holmes,
prospects.
honestly.
And Holmes too. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Holmes. Like it's not because let's be honest, a lot of the big free agent signings that he makes don't really go to plan. So when he picks up guys like this, it's always, as much as I like to criticize Cashman too, most of the time it goes well.
So Greg, do we have any chance of winning this Mets game?
Yeah. I mean, the Mets are absolutely never out of it. They fight to the end. We've seen it a few times already this year. They're the best team in baseball with 2 outs. It's not a real statistic. That's my statistic, but I like to say
They're down 5-1 right now.
That's fine. Mets are fine. I'm never worried until it's over with this Mets team. They hit in bunches. I mean, I think we're fine with this. But as far as the rest of the season goes, do you guys have anything? I know, Chip, you said that you put a bet in on the Cardinals. Anything else, really? I was just looking at the divisions, John. The Braves are still plus 200 to win the division. And the
I'm not betting. For every reason you just said, I don't want to bet against the Mets right now. I think they're very determined. I wouldn't bet against them.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it was a big showing from the Mets that we didn't make like any crazy big moves, and we didn't make a ton of moves. Like some teams out there, they brought in 10 new guys. Mets don't need that. We need relief pitching. Like I said, in the postseason, I feel like some of our starting pitching, some of our good starting pitching right now is hurt. When they come back, they can fill that gap for us. Maybe we don't win the division, but I think come playoff time, I think we'll be ready to rock and we'll be ready to roll. The other team, too, I was looking at the Cardinals, plus 145. So they're right there in there with the Brewers. The Brewers made a couple moves, but they also got rid of a couple people. I'm not really sure what the Brewers are doing. Are they buying? Are they selling?
Yeah.
You know,
Brewers are so weird, man.
Yeah. Other than that, as far as futures bets go, Padres kind of catch my eye, plus 18 to win the division, but the Dodgers are just so good, and they're already up 11 games. You don't know when Tatis is going to come back. Machado, by the way, that's another bet I had today. Padres minus 1.5. 2 guys to get a hit, including Machado. They had 22 hits. Machado had 0. They're officially cursed. I'm putting the jinx on them. Machado sucks. Every time I bet him to get a hit, he doesn't get a hit, and he bats like 360. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it.
He's your Benintendi.
I'll never bet him again the rest of the season. I absolutely hate him.
Benintendi's not getting a hit regardless. You know who always does get a hit? IKF. And with Trevino on second right now, IKF about to get this RBI. Oh, man. Give it to me, but...
Brandon Nimmo diving catch to get us out of the inning. Possibly the fastest man in baseball. Possibly.
Greg just wants to make it a point to say Nemo's fast on every single episode. Chip.
So fast.
Oh, little infield single. Let's go, IKF.
I mean, I don't like the Yankees, but I love this IKF guy.
I love him, man.
I love him.
Really, you do? I feel like he gets killed all the time on Twitter. Yankee fans are killing him.
For what?
He's so good.
He's such a bad defensive shortstop. He just looks awful defensively.
He had 2 great defensive plays today.
Defensive shortstop? What are you nerds talking about? The guy gets a hit every day. That's what I gamble on.
That's what I'm reading. He's getting killed on Twitter.
Oh, I'm not talking to you, Chip. I'm talking to the loser Yankee fans. They're like, the percentages are wrong. Who cares?
I don't even know what what to look at to find out.
Speaking of percentages that are wrong, the reliever that we traded Gallo for is 0 for 9 in the minor leagues. Kind of tough. But anyway,
what are we supposed to get?
Last thing on the MLB trade, though, I love a player to be named later. That's my favorite designation in sports.
The cash considerations of
like
Major League Baseball.
Cash considerations is funny. I love baseball deadline. It was great, though. It was great. Like I said, the good teams got better. Some of the sellers I was a little surprised by the Orioles, a little surprised by, like I said, the Brewers kind of made some weird moves. But other than that, I thought it was pretty straightforward.
How about Luke Voit? Poor Luke Voit, man.
Did he get traded?
Yeah, because Hosmer said no, and Luke Voit got traded in place of him.
He ended up going to the Nationals because Hosmer is annoying and wants to go to the Red Sox.
Yeah, well, I mean, also, too, he had a no trade. He had him on his no trade clause, and it's like, why would you trade him to a team that he said no to? It makes no sense, so. I feel bad for Voit, too, but I looked at the lineup, too, when the trade happened, and I was just like, this Bell guy, this other thing, Juan Soto is incredible. Bell's been really good. I've been watching a lot of national games. Bell's good, so.
I didn't realize he was an all-star like a couple years ago or something, yeah.
Boy can hit. He can hit the crap out of the ball, so.
Nationals are just going to completely tank, I guess, and try and get like the number 1 pick.
I hope so for you, Chip. Right? You got the worst record in baseball future,
and they have it. They have it.
The Mets are not holding up their end of the bargain.
When we did that episode, I was like, why are they plus 1,000? It seems like they're going to be absolutely awful. Yeah.
And they just traded two of their best players. Definitely
Yeah.
their best player, and
Yeah.
maybe their second best player. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah. I think I have it now. I would be.
Well,
if
I don't know
don't
about
get
that.
it.
I don't know about that, but
There's a lot of bad teams, but if I don't get it now, that would be bad. It would be fitting, but it would be bad.
Speaking
They
of being
trade
on your
Soto, and then they go on a huge win streak.
Yeah,
Sorry,
they
John,
win 10 in a row.
Yeah.
speaking of being on your side, Chip, we got golf, man. You got to get back on the Chip train. What do you got for golf this weekend, dude?
We got the Wyndham Championship. It's John laughs because it's not exactly a star-studded field.
Okay, hold on. What was that Rocket Mortgage symbol? Now that we're on it, what was that trophy that they were holding? It was like some sort of circle.
Oh, I don't even remember.
That was very weird.
It was weird. It was
Did you
weird
see
looking
it?
thing.
Yeah, what was going on? Was it Quail Man?
I think
thought
it's their
that-
logo.
Honestly, I thought it was Quail Man until I zoomed in. Oh, Aaron Hicks double play is not what we needed right there. That's the exact opposite of what we needed. Oh man, that was tough. But Aaron, you know what's gonna be amazing when Aaron Judge gets another solo home run here. I have a question. Why are there no bets for me to take Aaron Judge to get 74? I want to bet Aaron Judge to get 74. Give me the odds.
74?
Yeah, give me the odds. Like, give me the odds. Yeah, great. Give me the odds.
Hey, Las Vegas, what are you doing?
I want those odds.
You can probably bet that in Vegas. You can probably bet
That's
that.
true.
I want
Yeah.
that. I want that bet. I'm not even joking. I actually want it.
I'm surprised, because he's a local guy, I'm surprised you can't bet that on DraftKings or FanDuel or something, especially on FanDuel. I would think you'd be able to bet the 60. Maybe when he gets closer to it, you'll be able to bet 62, I would think.
Yeah, Yankees record.
I
plus
obviously
210.
want that. Oh man, I would love to take it at plus 210 right now.
Plus 270, 27 rings. You guys
Yeah,
can't
I don't
shut
think
up
they-
about it.
Yeah, but
How
you
many rings?
get the record, and to win the World Series. That's a prop to take.
That would be
That's
sick.
like That's like the Zach Wilson Cougar parlay,
Yeah.
where it's
Did
like
you see
BYU
he deleted
over
he
9.5.
deleted his social media?
Did he really?
I think that's what I saw. Yeah.
I love Zach Wilson. This is gonna be such a great year.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. But yeah, let's get back to the golf stuff because I want to put
Oh,
some of
the
these
golf,
bets
yeah.
in before Thursday morning.
You might want to fade me. I've been so terrible recently.
Nope.
I got a big.
When
I
they
got
hit,
the-
they hit.
I got a six leg parlay for you right now. And tomorrow I got a first round leader and a 6-leg parlay. So my first round leader is Webb Simpson. He's plus 3,300 on the Barstool Sportsbook. I got his first round numbers. He's played at this tournament a bunch of times. So last year, after the first round, he was tied for 9th, shot a 65. 2020, shot a 66, tied for 13th. 2019, 64, tied for 7th. 2018, 66, tied for 20th. 2017, 63, tied for 3rd. So he has a pretty long history of having good first rounds at this tournament. And I thought plus 3,300, good to put like a half unit down on that. Like, don't put a ton of money, I guess, down on it. But he did, he's not a superstar player, obviously, but it's not a stretch to assume he's going to have a good tournament at all. I think he's one of the favorites to win too. I don't have his odds up right
Yeah,
here
like you
right
said
now,
too,
but
it's not a star-studded event, so there's definitely a chance he could be
yeah,
leading.
exactly. And
Dude, that stink.
for the wait, did they score again? Did
No, they just stink.
No, he just can't. He can't.
the Nats? I mean,
Just had to remind you.
And because I'm just projecting because the Yankees just gave up a home run. So then I went back and I looked at the Mets and they're also doing still terribly. They're plus 2,500 right now. So
who gave up a home run?
I'll bet on that.
I don't know how to say his last name, but Lucas Lucky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gave up to Sam Haggerty.
I'm
So
going down to
not looking great. Not
Webs.
looking
Yeah.
great right now.
Webs.
But I went into now because now the only reason I pulled it up is now I'm taking the Yankees live again. Now that we're down. So I was looking at the Mets,
It's gonna be my
but
third Yankees live bet, my fourth Yankees bet of the day. The
The
same
Mariners
game.
only have 4. The Mariners have 7 runs on 4 hits.
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
what we learned is you got the Yankees Mariners. You got to take the over, man. You always take the over with the Yankees and the Mariners. This is a crazy score, 7-6, and Aaron Judge hasn't even got his home run yet.
In every game he hits one now. That's a rule.
Well,
Okay, that was my 6
Sorry.
leg parlay. Sorry,
Webb
I got
Simpson,
sidetracked.
you talked about Webb Simpson. He has the fifth best odds at plus 2,100 to win the
Yeah,
whole thing.
that's what I thought.
On FanDuel.
Yeah. Another guy who I may look at to win the whole thing is Sungjae Im, because he was awesome last week and he's hot. Finished second behind. If it wasn't for Tony Finau, who's just on playing like freaking Tiger Woods right now, I think he would have won the Rocket Mortgage. Like, Im was really good last week. But I haven't made a pick, place a bet on who I think is going to win. Im is someone I'm looking at. Willie Z is in this tournament too, and Lowry's in this tournament. They're like the 2 biggest names, but I don't know if I liked them. Lowry hasn't played in a while, and Willie Z didn't look great again last week in a pretty shitty tournament, like where a lot of guys lit it up. He didn't really light it up. But I have my 6 leg parlay here. I'm going back to Kevin Kisner,
Let's go.
top 10, because he has played awesome at this tournament. Last year he won it. In 2020, he tied for 3rd. In 2014, tied for 8th. 2016, tied for 10th. So again, a guy with a long history of playing well at this tournament, like him in a top 10. Sungjae Im, I'm going to probably take him to win, so I didn't want to throw him in the parlay because I'll take that separately. Also took him to finish in the top 20, just in case he doesn't have like the super great round that I think he might have. I took Willie Z and Shane Lowry to finish in the top 30 because I'm not sure they're going to have great rounds. And top
What's that
40.
bet?
Oh, gee, I got to bring it up.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I can bring it up in 2 seconds. And top 40, I took Justin Rose, who, again, another guy who has a really good history at this tournament. And maybe Kisner's probably the biggest long shot I have in this parlay, but another guy who's a bit of a long shot is Jason Day to finish in the top 40. But he played well last week, and made the top 40. But that was his first good round in a while. But now it's like it's desperation time for him, where he needs to keep playing well to get into the FedEx playoff. And he's a guy who's, I'm sure you guys recognize his name. He's a guy where casual golf fans even recognize his name.
Yep.
And if you told him like he's not good enough to get into the playoffs of golf, the FedEx playoffs, you'd be like, that can't be true. He's Jason Day. He's good. He's won majors before. So he doesn't want to get embarrassed by getting left out of the FedEx playoff. So I think he's going to keep playing well. He's capable of putting 2 rounds together, 2 good rounds, 2 good tournaments, together. And again, it's just not a super strong round. And I think his odds were like plus 115 or something. It's again 6 leg parlay. I like when I put it all together, like, because every once in a while I'll put like 2 or 3 together and I'll like scrap one or something.
Yep.
And I just end up like sometimes I end up not doing all 3, but this one I really liked, especially the Kisner one. Just obviously we all like Kisner. Kisner's easy to like, but no, it's just a fun one because like Zalatoris and Lowry, if they play at all like they should, then they'll be in the top 30. And here, I'm bringing up the parlay now.
That's true.
The 6-leg parlay is plus 9,261. It's a weird number, obviously. Kisner top 10 is plus 360. Willie Z top 30 minus 185. Shane Lowry top 30 minus 155. Oh, Day top 40 is actually plus 120. Okay. And top 20 minus 105. And Rose, like I said, Rose has a good history at this tournament. Top 40, he's minus 115. So he's probably expected to make the top 40. But I think, especially like probably someone like, I like the Rose pick too. I for some reason forgot to write down his career numbers at the Wyndham Championship. But if you want to put in like Wyndham Championship past results and look it up, he's put up some good scores there. So Rose in the top 40, even if you want to get a little more crazy and put him in top 30, you can do that. But FanDuel, for some reason, is the only book that lets you do top 30. Like, I don't know why DraftKings only has you do top 20 and top 40. They don't let you do top 30.
Okay.
And Barstool Sportsbook, same
Random.
thing. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And the parlays too, like FanDuel doesn't let you you can put in DraftKings, you can parlay the winner with top 10 and top 20. In FanDuel, you can't do that. You can just parlay top 10s and top 20s together. It just makes no sense. I don't know why they do. And Barstool, same thing. I don't know why they all have it different, but they do. It's weird to me. But FanDuel's, the golf betting is just weird. But it's like, I mean, we've said before on here, if you want to bet golf, you have to shop the lines, like, or else you're just not going to make any money at all. Like Sungjae Im, I said I'm going to bet his number on FanDuel right now, I think, is the best number. I think he's like plus 14 on FanDuel. So I think that's the best number. To check before you place any bets, obviously check the other books, but that's a good one, I think.
Also, too, with golf, it's like interesting because it's one of those sports where it's like if you're disciplining your units, you bet the same units every time. You have to hit like 3 or 4 bets a season, and you're done. It's not every day like baseball or basketball. It's just once a week. It's kind of like football in that respect, and the odds are insane. Like they're plus, even just to win straight up, it's plus 2,000. So you just have to hit a couple to have a winning season. So it's definitely tough. I didn't realize that the FedEx Cup is mid-August.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming we're wrapping up golf season already. I can't believe it.
I know.
I can't believe it. I feel like I've been talking about golf every single week.
Yeah.
I mean, it just feels like summer's not. I mean, to me, golf's done. Summer's getting wrapped up. It's like, I mean, we haven't even started August yet.
Football, man. This podcast is really about to take off.
It's true.
It's true. I'm good for you guys for golf, and then I got college football for you. So, and now I'm reading more about pro football. I got it. I got my preview magazine right here. So I'll be ready. I'll be ready for this season.
Let's go.
That's awesome. You do fantasy football at all? Do any fantasy sports?
I didn't do it the last few years, but I've done it Oh no, wait, I did do it last year. Oh my God. I was in a league last year, but my team was terrible with this guy from Works League, but I hadn't done it in a while.
Yeah, that's a good way just to get familiar with guys around the league, teams around the
Mm-hmm.
league and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, can we say it? Like next week, college football? Are we talking about it?
It's crazy. Yeah, I think we're going to do some college football next week. We're definitely not going to talk about how Scott Efros gave up the hit and run and DJ missed the ball here. So we got runners on the corners now with 2 outs. We're not going to talk about that. Because if our relievers aren't doing well, man, this is going to be a tough stretch here to end this season.
I mean,
for the New York Yankees. But speaking of, I mean, this is probably gonna age like milk. So I got the Yankees money line here. I got the Cardinals minus 5.5, Astros money line
5.5.
Well,
they're up 5 right now.
They're up 5. Yeah,
just one run. It's just the Cubs. And then Will Smith, Trey Turner, Betts, and Freeman all to have 2+ bases.
Ooh, total bases
plus 12,000. Just a little something at the wall here as we end it. as we end this podcast. You guys have anything else to throw out here?
No, I'm done
No.
betting for the day.
Same.
All right.
Ready
Sounds
for
good.
tomorrow.
We got college football previews coming up here. We got NFL division previews coming up here before we start going into full slates. Oh, that's where we're really that's where the bread and butter is here. So thanks for sticking around here, guys. A little off season. We're just chilling, watching some baseball with you guys, talk some golf. We got football coming up. If you like what we do, or even if you don't, like, subscribe on our YouTube, on Knicks, Jets, etc. No one writes it out. That's just wild. We have some pretty good interviews with our Knicks pods, with our Jets pods. You can find the guys at Knicks Fan TV. Alex is there live probably right now as well. What else we got? We got the Jet Press stuff. I mean, you know where to find us. You know, Chip Murphy 7, Knicks Fan TV again with Alex. Anything else, guys?
No, like and subscribe. It helps
right.
us out.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
All right, let's go Yankees.